Hello, my dear Aries. So, as I started doing this reading for you for June 30th, or whenever you see this and it resonates, what I was seeing was you spinning prayer wheels. So, I don't know if you ever noticed those before. They're Tibetan, and they are like cylinders that are on a metal strut, I guess, what you'd call, I don't know. And you can spin it like this, and that's part of how you actually say your prayers. But what I'm seeing with you is you're spinning this one, and then you're spinning this one, and you're spinning this one, but now you're running back to this one. You got to keep that going. So what I feel this is representing for you, Aries, is that there are several things that are important to you because they're not spinning plates, they're prayer wheels. So whatever you're spinning, whatever you're trying to keep going, is important to you for some reason. But it's almost as though you're in so much motion trying to keep everything going that you haven't really stopped to check in lately to see how relevant they are. It's almost like you just started it and you feel like you just got to keep the momentum going. Well, the suggestion is slow down. Look at what's there. Slow down enough, let things slow down enough, even potentially stop, so that you can look at what the content of that is for you in terms of emotional nourishment. What is it giving back to you? How is it fulfilling you? Is it just habit to keep these things going? Or are you keeping them all going because you're afraid that if you let one stop, you're going to lose out on something? Look at it. Feels to me like there are contradictions in these things as well, because the cards that I'm getting, it's almost as though you're just not sure which to be doing. You're not sure where to be putting your energy. And it's really hard to decide where you're putting your energy when you're constantly in motion. Now, Aries, my goodness, the fire sign, lots of energy for you, lots of ability to do many things. But sometimes what it leads you to do is act without thinking, and not just get caught up in your own momentum, but it can lead you to kind of get pulled along in other people's momentum too. So you kind of you kind of take on other people's things too, and then try to keep that going for them because you're so good at it. That's the thing. But what we want you to do here is we want you to kind of step back, and whatever it is, especially if there's any conflict around it, try to have a little bit of a sense of humor, a lighthearted approach to it. And maybe even a lighthearted approach to yourself now for being in this situation where, you're running 6 ways to Sunday, and it's like, what do I do? What do I do? See it as a kind of comedy. Allow yourself to step back and go, what am I doing? What cartoon image is this? And do I like it? I often find if I will take a situation in my life that's somewhat troublesome and turn it into a cartoon, it's a lot easier for me to see the absurdity of what it is I'm doing or how it is I'm feeling. So that's something you might want to try if you feel like being creative with your imagination. But you're being asked to just try to look at your situation now, whatever you've got going on. Try to stand back and say, okay, if I were looking at this for the first time, if this were a whole new experience, if all these things that were going on were new to me, how would I respond to any of them? What would I do with any of them? That's one of the ways that you can assess whether or not something is supporting you or not, whether or not it's light for you or whether or not it's pulling you down. If I looked at this with new eyes, without the past, just what's going on now, would it be okay? If I looked at this without a history of you should, you shouldn't, would I want this? Would I like this? How would I manage it differently? Aries, slow down. Please notice what you're trying to spin and what you can stop spinning. Not because you might not want to continue later, but so that you can look at it and maybe decide, maybe you want to spin it in another direction, or maybe you want to modify a little bit what it is you're spinning so that you won't have to work so hard at keeping it going. That's another thing too, eh? When we get the universe and our higher conscious mind behind what it is we're doing, you don't have to put so much energy into it. The universe kicks in. When it's for universal benefit, the universe will kick in and help us. We don't have to constantly apply so much work to it. Okay? But you are being asked to risk success with whatever you're doing, whatever what you want to do, and to look at what the voices in your head or the faces in your head that are coming up that are stopping you from making different choices that might be better for you. Okay? That's it, Aries. Take care.